YouTube is happening. It's Sunday, May 4th, and we're going to talk about the NBA now. We got two games on the slate. We have Game 7 in Houston. If it's anything like yesterday's Game 7, I'm going to be asleep in the middle of it, I'll tell you right now. Indiana and Cleveland, you can see they're finally moving on to a new series, so hopefully we get better games overall. So we're going to break the games down, look at the sheet, look at the props, see if we can find some value overall. But first, let's preview what it took yesterday. They overhit. The over was good, but it was a blowout. So literally, Kawhi and Joe didn't even come close to their PRAs, obviously. Should have just took Harden under, because apparently that's a thing in Game 7s. He just doesn't show up in Game 7. Who knew? So, whatever. What can you do? So, if you want the plays typed out for every sport, soccer went 6-1. Beautiful day overall. If you want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheets you can do your own research, go up there. There you go. Good stuff. So, enough of that. Two games. This is going to be a short video. Let's jump to the first game right now. All right, first game is obviously going to be game 1 of the next series. It's going to be Indiana and Cleveland. Currently, we have Cleveland as an 8.5-point favorite at home. 229.5 is our total. Let's look at the spreadsheet so we can see what these two teams have been up to lately in the playoffs. Both teams, yeah, great. Not because they both dominated their series. I think Cleveland won a sweep 4-0. I think Indiana won in 5. I think it was 4-1 Indiana. So you can see how it goes. Both teams points good. Indiana defense not good, but yeah, this should be a fun one. Cleveland 8.5. I mean, look, they won their game by an average. They won their series by an average of 30 points a game. That's ridiculous. That's how bad Miami was. Not a good match. They won theirs by 7, so pretty good overall. So top two teams are shooting 2s in the playoffs. Both top 4 and 3s. Offensive rating 1 and 2. Defense 3 and 9. 229 is high, but I'm still tempted to go over, especially with the way they were playing. I'm also tempted to go Cleveland 8.5. So what we can do is hit a refresh there. Let's go look at the actual, make sure depth charts, make sure all that stuff's good for this team, because we want to make sure, we want to know things like that, obviously. Garland's day-to-day. What's wrong with Darius? Darius, what's wrong with you, good sir? Questionable because of a toe injury. Indiana is fully healthy. Good stuff. Let's go to the props and look at who we got cooking. I want last 5. Just last 5. Because I need to know what you've been doing here recently, not in the last 10. So we want this game first. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click it. Sign up. Get you a full week, full free. Awesome stuff. So you can see who is doing great, who is not. Garland. Do with the injury is first, obviously. That makes sense. Miles Turner. Now they have new opponents, so let's see who we want to take. Personally, I'll show the props, but I kind of like the idea of not taking a prop this game in the first game of the series, just so I can kind of see what the layout's going to be. Like I said, I already like the over, and I like Cleveland, so we're going to keep it smart. It's in Cleveland. It's 8.5. No. Looking at this, everything screams offense, everything. And everything's pretty much Cleveland. There's a few Pacer logos, but it's mostly Cleveland logos. I'm not going to take any props. 229 seems like a lot, but I'm gonna go for it. Only way we don't hit 229 is Cleveland absolutely shuts Indiana down. And if that happens, they win by 8.5. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm taking both. I'm taking Cleveland and the over. How about that? I'm gonna do both. So we're gonna go Cleveland minus 8.5. We're gonna go over 226.5. Gonna take both. I like both. I don't want to take a prop yet. I need to see how they play. So that's what we're doing this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, play 2 is going to be the Game 7 matchup between Golden State and Houston. Currently, we're sitting on Houston as a slight favorite with 2.5 points. 205.5 is our total. Let's look over at the spreadsheet so we can see the numbers. Now, look, this game is I've been saying this the last few days. This is all about momentum. Golden State had all the momentum when they were up, what was it, 3-1 or whatever it was. But they should have closed it out in Game 6. They had Game 6. They should have done it. Hell, they could have closed it out in Game 5, but Houston obviously won in Houston. Game 6 is where they should have won. That was their game to do it, and they didn't do it. So now we're in Game 7 in Houston. I said before Game 6's video, I said if Houston wins, I'm taking Houston Game 7. They're going to have the momentum. They're going to have home court. Let's keep it simple here. Houston has all the leans right now, so I'm taking Houston money line. It's 135. I'm not taking spread. We're going straight up money line. So that's one play. Houston money line. And then I want to see, looking at this, I don't really care about stats. It's all about the momentum right now in the Game 7. It's Houston. It says, who's going to show up at a prop passion? We're going to look at this and see who's going to be the one. Because I took Brooks. They benched his ass the entire second half last game. He didn't come in at all. He just sat there. Yeah, he was a fan. That's all he was. So who are we going to take? So we got Jabari Smith, who has been hitting threes apparently. It's got to be Van Fleet or Green. Who else could it be? It can't be. Maybe Sengun. That's been the only three I would even consider looking at in this one. And if you want to take Golden State props, I got you. I'll show you Jimmy. I'll show you Steph. But I'm not going to show anybody else in this team. That's for damn sure. Where is Steph? He's way down here. So let's start with Golden State because I know you want to see those. So Golden State, we're going to show you the PRA for Steph. We're already on it. Okay, cool. This is how he's done his last 5 games in the series. He had 29, 8, 7. Good stuff. His number's 37.5. Head-to-head versus them, he's only averaging 33.4. This series, he's averaging 34 in the dots. His number's 37. You expecting Steph to have a legacy game? I thought the same thing about LeBron, and what happened? He didn't. And they're now on vacation. Yeah, let's go to threes. His number's going to be 4.5 probably, right? 4.5, of course, at a straight line. He had 6 in the last game, 5, 3, 2. If this game was in Golden State, maybe, but they had their chance in Game 6 to end it and advance, and they just didn't do it. So I don't know if they can. I really don't know if they can. So I'm not going to take Steph. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, showed up a couple times this series, but other than that, where's he been? Like, yeah, he got hurt here, obviously, but you can see, what was this game? You weren't hurt. That was just your ass whooping in Houston, Game 5. Game 6, you showed up enough to where you had this, but guess what? You lost. No, where's playoff Jimmy supposed to be taking over? No, playoff Jimmy's about to be on vacation probably, so no. Then we got, which prop am I going to take from Houston? Am I going to take Sengun, who's doing this PRA? Am I going to take Green, who I want to see his PRA too? PRA? Ugh. He popped off in one game and then hasn't been doing much since. And then Van Fleet's the one been doing all the damn work, which is wild. Van Fleet 2.5 3-pointers. I can already see it in my mind. I can envision the highlight of Van Fleet hitting the 3 in the fourth quarter, making some kind of like 3-point celebration as they talk about, oh, Houston's advancing. I can see it in my mind. So that's what I'm taking. Ooh, 192 is juicy. Ooh. Guess what? It's under 200. I'm cool. I'm cool. I need win. I need some. Sometimes you just gotta see the ball go through the hoop. We're taking it. We're gonna go Van Fleet 2.5 threes. It sounds easy, but we'll see what happens. 2.5 3 points. That's what we're going to take. 4 simple plays. They're easy. We're not going to overthink it today. We're going to be real simple about it, right? We have our 4 plays. That's all I need. Go back to the schedule. Let me show you. So tomorrow is the start of the New York-Boston series and the Denver-Oklahoma City series. And let me tell you, those 2 series are crazy. Have you seen the odds for the Boston New York series just to advance for Boston? It's like -900 or something crazy. And then for them to like a 4-0 sweep is like -210 or something crazy. So the odds makers are very low on New York, I believe. So what's the odds for tomorrow? You know what? Let's look at it real quick. We got time. Let's look at it. Tomorrow, we're looking at Boston 8.5 at home, and we're looking at OKC 9.5 at home. That tells you a lot. So who knows? We might have more blowouts happening. So, okay, let's go back to the schedule. Where's it at? Right there. All right. So yeah, I appreciate you being here. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It helps the channel. I appreciate you being here. Go check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out. Or access the spreadsheet, obviously. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow on Monday. We'll cover these games, and yeah, see you tomorrow.